Fellas, what are the advantages of living in a place like Playa del Carmen? Well, you can see that almost every morning, 6 blocks from where I live. You get the vitamin D that you need. You get the spirituality that you're seeking. And you get clarity out here. You also don't have to worry about your wardrobe. You don't need a lot of clothes because I wear polos, t-shirts, and shorts for the most part. I've got a couple pair of jeans and a pair of pants if I need to go somewhere, go out. But I wear mostly sandals, gym shoes, things like that. What are some of the other advantages? The vitamin D that you get every day. Like yesterday, we were up the beach a little bit north of here, and the vitamin D that I got yesterday was spectacular. I slept like a baby last night, right? Because you're getting this sea air, this ocean air. You're getting the positive ions. You're getting adequate vitamin D, and you just surround positive people, right? A lot of positive people in this Playa del Carmen region, and a lot of it has to do with the beautiful views, the spirit that is here, and it's just a beautiful place. So, some of the advantages, like I said, you get adequate vitamin D, which is difficult sometimes. It's difficult to get. You're around positive people. Playa del Carmen attracts a certain type of person. And I think you'll find this in different places around the world where you'll go. There'll be certain places, like I've heard about Chiang Mai, Thailand, Tulum is one of these places that is highly spiritual. It attracts a certain type of people. Playa del Carmen does the same thing, and it's becoming an international destination very quickly. It's not the size of Cancun. It's smaller, but it's growing because people realize the cost of living, the weather, the positivity that's attracted here, the clean food that you get to eat. We're an hour south of Cancun. The Cancun airport is one of the better international airports in the world. You can pretty much get to anywhere you want out of Cancun airport. Cost of living is really low as well. Cancun's a little bit, or this area, the Quintana Roo, Riviera Maya is more expensive than the remainder of Mexico. So this is like the most expensive area in Mexico, but it's still 40% cheaper, at least, than where I come from in Chicago. So the cost of living is tremendous. And I could even get cheaper if I go to different parts of Mexico. I can get a lot cheaper. So there's a lot to love, guys. And, you know, for me, with my central nervous system going down, I'm calming down. I'm getting more downloads, meaning I get more insights. I just feel better. And things that I've been struggling with in the past now start to work themselves out a little bit. And I think it's because I don't have as much stress as I once did before. Like I used to have a lot of stress, and I don't have that stress. I'm not driving through the upper Midwest in the wintertime, rushing to get to games, rushing to make a flight, rushing to get to shoot arounds. You know, guys, when I was traveling for college basketball, I would sometimes work 5 days a week out of 7. And so you got to understand something. It seems like a lot because you got 5 games in 7 days, but you have to get to these places. So you have to travel. You have to research. You have to meet with coaches and staff. You have to meet with players. There's a lot that goes into calling college basketball and NBA games that no one sees. And when you're moving around in the wintertime, you're rushing to catch a flight. You're rushing to drop your bags off at the hotel to hurry up and get over shoot around so you can meet with the fellows and meet with the coaching staff before the game. My goodness. Woo, she is distracted. in a good way. Um, you're rushing around. And so, you don't realize how stressful that is. Because if you do, and there's a lot of situations in the United States, if you do sit down and realize how stressful your situation is, it will probably scare you. And it might scare you into doing something different. That was the kind of dilemma for me in the United States in working at the job that I did, was that I never really stopped to think about it. I never really stopped to pay attention, guys, of how stressful it was, because I just kept my head down. And then in the off season, I try to recoup. I try to sleep. I try to go take vacations. I try to recharge. But you really just you don't understand how stressed you are until you get out of that situation. So coming down here, getting this adequate sunshine, lowering my cost of living, lowering my stress levels. I don't own a car. I take an Uber or a taxi wherever I need to go. What else? I don't have a lot. Everything I own is in 2 bags. So I can get up and move anywhere in the world in 2 bags. The cost of living is cheaper. The food is better. The people seem more happy here. And me learning the language, me starting to learn Spanish has really helped to not only communicate, but understand the customs and the culture of this place a little bit better. That's something that's very important. I definitely want to give homage and give respect where respect is due. So there's a lot to like. Now, guys, there are bad days. There are times when you run into jerks and assholes just like any place else in the world. Mexico's got them too, right? But they seem few and far between, and the colorism hits differently than racism hits. Yes, there's colorism. Yes, there's people who are prejudiced somewhat, but it's nothing like the version of the United States. Nothing. So, things don't work out for you. They may not, the repair people may not come as quickly as you like. But if you get into the rhythm, if you settle into the flow of this place or wherever you are, you'll start to understand that it's not as critical as you think it is when you're back in the United States. That if someone comes an hour late, you're not going to die. It's not the end of the world, right? I've learned that what I thought was important, what I thought was urgent and critical is really not in the grand scheme of things. So a lot to offer here, guys. I want to encourage you guys to take a scouting trip. Figure out 2 or 3 different places that you want to go, and then take a scouting trip. You don't have to make your whole decision up sitting in the United States doing all this research on the computer. Get out and go to a few places to see what you think, because you could end up being in a place like this that is costs way less. You feel way better. The food quality is way better. And you can redefine yourself, or you can refine yourself, right? And I'm gonna leave you guys with this from a health standpoint. You guys do understand that you can't get healthy in the same place that made you sick. That's impossible. You cannot heal in the same environment that made you sick. Think about that. So these are just some of the things that I want you to consider when relocating. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Take care. And until next time, holla, y'all.